Well, our giving story is really an extension of our testimony. You know, for Jane and I, we grew up in Christian homes, and giving and tithing were modeled for us.
My mom was, she made a point to tell me growing up, when we had little and when we had much, that the one thing that didn't change was the fact that you give back to God what was originally His, and everything else will fall into place.
Well, when it came time for Jane and I to really start thinking about starting a family, it happened pretty quick for us. And we had our first son, and then when he was 2, we found out that we were having triplets.
When the triplets were born, it was all I could do to maintain the household from day to day. And I put the burden of the finances all on Mike, and we didn't talk about it anymore after that.
I would have to confess that I was more of a remnant giver. I would just provide offering, not consistently, just based on what was left over. That's not what was modeled, but that was my practice at the time. And you know, the Lord really got my attention when suddenly, after an 18-year career in corporate America, where I thought I was secure in that corporate environment, I was laid off. I needed to be transparent with her at the time that we actually had accumulated some debt.
Knowing that we needed benefits, we needed health insurance and things like that with the changes that were going on, I accepted a position at our neighborhood school. I could be with the kids still, and even though my income was not a lot, it was still important that we give to God what's His.
And then it was Jane's comment to me. She said, "But I need you to promise me that you'll make sure that you tithe off of my income." Well, the reality was that the Lord had been doing a work on me already, and He was changing my relationship with money. So for the first time in my life, I was on unemployment, and I kind of got to that broken point, and just kind of drew a line in the sand and said, "Okay, Lord, we're going to do this your way." And it took a while, but He showed up. When you start raising your kiddos and you start raising a family, there are so many unexpected expenses. But when you just made it a practice of joyfully giving, writing that tithe check, I really encourage you also to pray over your tithe. Ask the Lord to multiply it, and then thank Him in advance for His provisions for your family. Again, He shows up, and He'll answer His promise.